chance.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Theraexpressions Meditation in Casper, Wyoming. My name is Jemima Godsall. I'm an advocate for Theraexpressions, and this is my wonderful co-host, Darcy Mata. Hello, Darcy. Beautiful.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, we're here every week to talk to you regarding topics surrounding mental health, and we're just trying to normalize the conversations around mental health issues. We all have our ups and downs, and we want to just voice them and make sure we all realize we are never alone. Before we get started, I'd just like to remind you there is a disclaimer down below, but also more importantly, there's that new national 988 number for mental health issues and suicide prevention, which is fantastic. Not a hard number to remember. And remember, if you or anybody else, or you know of anybody else and you're stressing you out, just call. You're never alone. There's always someone to talk to, and these people do have some tools that can help you through those moments if you are feeling really fragile. Anyway, hello.
Good morning.
So this week we decided to talk about spiritual education. I'm on a bit of a spiritual high at the moment because I'm filling my time while Chris and I can't start building yet because of funds. I'm spending all my time investing in spiritual education, such as yoga classes, spiritual development, emotional resilience classes. There's working towards a business with spiritual inclinations, how we can manifest these things. So it's like I'm getting rushed by like 9-to-5 job, I tell you, but what a great job. Fortunate, aren't I? And it just given me a big buzz. Like this, at the end of this week, I was like, oh my God, that was so much information. But what a rush to have connection with divine, and the meditations and things that each class took us through for me, were just so powerful. And continuously practicing 8 hours a day was really like, wow, I felt the shift in my body, mind, and spirit. I felt more positive about my approach. I felt connected to divine. I call divine. It could be your God, angels, whoever you may call, universe, whatever you may call it. But I felt more connected to divine, that we were a team working together towards my goals. And wow, I mean, I know that's always how I'm working, and I do, but it's more that I've had like an hour here, an hour there, and then I get confused, or I doubt everything. And it was really powerful. I just maintained this consistent, positive approach to believing that this is what my dreams are possibility are coming true. I don't want to even use the word possibility. They are true. They're in the works, and it's so exciting. So what do you think about spiritual education, Darcy? I know it's a loaded topic, guys, and we do this in half an hour, so we're just touching on it. Yeah.
Just go. Well,
yeah.
I think that's brilliant. I'm so glad that you are continuing to pursue that. There's a great book called, I'm looking at my bookshelf, called A Path with a Heart by Jack Kornfield.
Okay.
And one of the things he says in that book is, yeah, it's really easy to be spiritual when you're in a monastery, and you're surrounded by it, 24/7, or if you're going to, seminary school and it's all day long and etc. And the trick about being spiritual or diving into your spiritual education is when you're surrounded by your material world and your material issues and your day-to-day issues, family, work life, society. And that's where your spiritual education really is needed, is dealing with the world that we're in. So yeah. I recommend that book
right now.
Anytime, but yes, right now. But that book I recommend. Oh, here it is. One second.
Yeah, please go get it.
I pulled some of my books out of storage finally. So this book is beautiful. A Path with a Heart by Jack Kornfield.
Beautiful.
I really recommend it. I think he started out as an engineer and then dumped everything to go learn Buddhism. But it's great. And that really talks about what you're talking about. So I recommend that book highly. And then, spiritual education. I used to, when I was in LA being an actress, boy, talk about no spirituality. And you're constantly being bombarded with, how do you look? Who you are? Who do you know? Let's do this. Change yourself. And it really wreaks havoc on your self-esteem and your understanding of who you are in the world. So I had a friend who was very much into meditation, and I asked her if she could teach me to meditate. So we started a meditation class together every Monday night. And we had it for something like 6 years.
Oh, beautiful.
We had people come and go throughout that class, different teachers, different modalities, different philosophies. It was great. It really, really set me on a path to understanding my individual spirituality and how I connect to the divine and, you know, what my sense is. I was brought up Catholic.
Yeah, me too.
But, you know, that kind of didn't do it for me because of a lot of reasons, but mostly because women could not become priests. And I felt like women in the Catholic, you know, being Catholic, we were kind of second class in the shadows, and I wanted to have more of a sense of expression. So,
Yes.
yeah. So finding your own spirituality is really important.
Yeah, and I think the exciting thing is today is being the ability to explore so many different religions, because people are proud to own their spirituality and shout out for their religion. I know Catholicism for me didn't work at all for so many reasons, but my mother is still very Catholic, and I see the divine work through her because she is dedicated and loving. And it's the same thing with my angels and guides. It's the same sort of element of connection, but it's what she's teaching and what she's learning is totally different from what I am. And thank God. Sorry, guys. No offense. That was a bit of a judgment. Sorry, no judgments here. But yeah, it's just exciting to explore so many different spiritual educations and to be able to sift through what works for you. And then you can even create your own. You get to grab a bit from here, grab a bit from there, grab a bit from there, and create your own fantastic commitment to spirituality and guides or God or divine or angels, whoever it may be. You know.
Right, and you know, this goes back to what we were saying when you were at the beginning of your journey here to healing, self-healing, is that establishing your routine, your connection, and really practicing your meditations, your prayers, really setting yourself up so that you connect to it on a daily level, and that way when things go badly, you don't sink so far because you have that, you know, basis that's supporting you and you feel connected to it, you know.
Yeah, well, even during my depression, like when it comes in flows, not as extreme now, having my morning ritual is the most exciting thing. And even if I get back into bed, it's like I still get up to do it because I know that it helps me feel more grounded, feel more connected, and feel safe. And it's amazing. Like I find that, like I'll be crying and then I'll get out to do my ritual and I'll get back in bed. Chris is like, what the, you know, and he doesn't quite understand. That's beautiful because he's learning through me. But I know that it feels good, feels really good. I feel supported. I say, good morning, angels and guides and spirits, please help me. You know, like whatever it may be. But it's just a fantastic, dedicated commitment since coming out of my isolation during COVID in 2020 and my suicide attempt. It's just been the best habit to form, you know, and connection with divine. But this last week, 8 hours a day was holy moly, like what you said with when you're a monk in a monastery or whatever. Yeah. It's hard not to be connected. Yeah. You got to feel the power, and when you surrender and really work with I was getting exercises and tools, how you can feel it, and you also know that you're a team, not relying on them, and not it comes from you, but you're a team with this spirit. Like you believe that they are guiding you and giving you enlightening moments of where you can perceive which way to go and how to get the maximum from your goal. It's fabulous. I don't want to ever start building. Yeah. No, I do. I want to just do this all day.
Right. It gets really, really exciting. And then, you know, when you get into that negative self-talk, you can remember that your team around you is listening and they can support you to get out of that negative self-talk. Because when you speak negatively to yourself, you're also speaking negatively to spirit. You know? So if you're sitting there admonishing yourself for some silly mistake or behavior and thinking, oh, you big dummy, look what you've done to yourself, or look what you've done now, or nothing's ever going to go right, you're really saying that to spirit as well. And oh, I'm going to be in this situation forever and it just sucks and everything sucks, and that's like saying you have no faith in the greater plan of the universe, that you only have faith in fear or faith in, negativity. And so
Yeah.
the more you work on your spiritual connection, it really helps you through those times of, I call that our our lower vibration, our humanity. Humanity can go into such beautiful work, where we really help each other and we're really there for each other, or it can go really base, and just ugly, scary stuff. So, this really helps that.
I love that with this last intense week that I have, I can't remember, I think it was in school maybe, not even, actually, it was during COVID, I was really intensely just getting my feet on the ground. But now it's a different perspective because I'm no longer a drug addict and I've healed from that, and I have gone through a lot of healing. But to see how non-judgmentally we can observe or practice or witness, all of those three, someone else's religion, and be respectful enough to sort of step away going, I see it, I appreciate it, and I love it. Like with my mother, for example, I see it, I appreciate it, I love it, but not for me. Some of the guides and some of the words and some of the tools are not for me at all, but I honor it because I love to see them turned on by it. Like, it's just fantastic to see someone so involved and connected with the higher realm that we all know exists, but not to judge the label behind it, and me burning incense is like mum doing the sign of the cross on her body. It's like, that's a beautiful way to represent our commitment to spirit. And I think that was what I was learning this week, is the power of being non-judgmental and open-hearted, but still being allowed to say, I know why for me that doesn't work. I disagree from me. But to honor and go, but I love that you love it. I can see how it turns you on. It's just a beautiful way we can, and it's sad that we have such crisis against religions. I mean, well, within religions against each other. So sad when we could really respect. I mean, it goes against all the grain of religion, doesn't it? Or spirituality, because we're meant to just honor and accept and go, cool, good for you, you're amazing, and walk on. But here they are going, if you're not my side, then you're wrong. And it's like, that goes against all spirituality. But I think that's more political than. That's not the spirit involved with each religion. I think that's the more political side of religions. But yeah, it's just, I thought that was really, really nice to still feel so strong and solid in my conviction against why I love my religions or my spirituality, as much as my mother would, but also go, I get you. But we hold hands and celebrate the same way. We all have the feeling of being connected to source. It's really exciting.
That's really great. I mean, I really like the ritual involved with religion, whether it's Catholicism or Judaism or Hinduism or wherever you're going to go with it. It's the ritual involved, because all of those things have their rituals, and that's what connects you to out of your little human self into your higher realm is your rituals. You start with your rituals, and then you can move forward from there. And that saying of, you're not a human with a spirit, you're a spirit in a human body, is to remember that, right? To remember that. And the rituals really help doing that. I love the idea of blessing myself. I really do. I mean, there's a lot of people who bless themselves in different ways. I just, and I grew up Catholic, so I bless myself a lot. Driving in traffic. I tried realigning what I say when I bless myself, because I like it to be more inclusive than what the dogma of the church is. But I really do still bless myself a lot.
Yeah, I think we all do in our own way. I know I always do this, like bow. And if I think about when I was raised Catholic, we always had our hands together. But it's my hands together means such a different thing in terms of my spirituality now. It's much more. It doesn't define it. For me, it's I grew up doing Catholic hands together. So yeah, I mean the ritual of doing certain things with our body's mind and our celebrating whatever guide you have is so important, because you do find yourself get out of your own head and into connection with spirit. And we all have downloads, when you sit there and pray to God as a Catholic or whatever, Christian or whatever it may be, and as I pray to my angels with my incense or my sage, it's the same sort of thing, but we get connected to source. You get your download. We say downloads, they would say God spoke to them, you know what I mean? So it's just like amazing to see that we all have the same thing going on, but with different titles and labels and hoo-ha's going on. I wish it was just that we all understand that. It says my internet connection is unstable. Like me, I'm unstable.
Yeah.
So it was pretty exciting. But sorry.
I was just saying, well, that's beautiful. Good for you, because really, I think that's the essence of healing right there. That's the essence of healing, is taking us out of our grasping and clinging, our what is it, the Buddhism talks about the suffering is because we're always longing for something else, you know, and that I really like those words, grasping and clinging, because I feel like that really kind of sums up that negative perspective in humanity, you know, grasping, like, oh, please help me, please, I need
Always
that.
wanting. Yeah, need. Yep, always wanting and needing.
Right. And it was so good for you to do this during the end of August, because they call it the Hungry Ghost Month, and to really understand how to find yourself a way and to honor those past in the Hungry Ghost Month, you know, where we remember our ancestors this month and we light incense. And so connecting to spirit that is the whole shebang for the month of August. So good for you. You're right on target with that. Oops, we lost you. We totally lost you. You want to chat to me and tell me what you're saying, or do you want to try to turn your volume back on, see if it comes back on? Nope, no voice from Jemima. It says to me that your sound is off. Still says that your sound.
I'm here.
There you are.
I'm sorry, I did pop off for a second. There was something very wrong with my internet connection. So Darcy, that was an awesome conversation. I just like to encourage people to just try out everything and test everything, and just like go and educate yourself about everything, get excited about it, and then find tools that work for you. That's what I think is so beautiful. You can pick and choose. You never have to stick to anything, especially if you're getting out of your family zone, or if you're forced to sort of go because your family does. When you start to grow up a little bit and are able to sort of branch out, go for it. Go for it. No, there's no harm in it. God, angels, the universe are also going, yay! Just so long as we stay connected. That's the whole thing.
Right. I mean,
Das, would you like to look?
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no bad side effects to a little spirituality.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely none. Absolutely none. And remember to keep an open mind, and remember to respect everyone's connection, but don't worry about, like, if it doesn't suit you. But just respect everyone's connection. Like, you can, I don't know, it's just all about becoming aware that we all have the belief in something greater than us, and how we get to that belief, or that energy is our own choice. You know, no judgments.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I did pull a card actually during our conversation today. I just pulled it while we were talking, and so I used our energy oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. That's whose cards I'm pulling, and I pulled Yin Yang 22. Well, I didn't pull it. It fell out, so I went with it. All right.
Beautiful.
She dropped this to me, and it's called Yin Yang, passive, active, intuitive, and logical. This card represents energetic life cycles, and its purpose is to help you identify the particular cyclic energy moving into or out of your experience. Like that.
Wow.
In its upright position, it heralds a yin cycle, where most of the action seems to be happening under the surface of things. Excuse me. This is a time of great receptivity, intuition, gestation. External circumstances may be forcing you to go within, examine the present activity. It's an especially good time for contemplation, so wrap things up, or completion, wrap things up. Yin cycles also call you to be passive, yielding, reflective. So open up to these sides of your nature. Being more than acting is the intention here. Okay.
Beautiful.
Reversed. This card reveals a yang cycle, which is one of active, outgoing energy. This calls for a more logical approach to things, but the logic needs to be applied to purposeful action. So it was upside down today. So
okay, and it's a new moon today too, so the beginnings.
Right.
Yeah.
So outgoing energy, more logical approach to things, but the logic needs to be applied to purposeful action. This cycle is often marked by creativity and new beginnings, sometimes with significant outer change. Let yourself apply more forceful energy to this task at hand and take advantage of this highly charged time. Well, that
Beautiful.
sounds like what's going on with us, right? And the affirmation is, I am open to understanding the cycle I am in. I am open to understanding the cycle I am in, and I am willing to utilize its energy beneficially. All that I need is already a part of me. All that I need is already a part of me. So there you go. Thank you, Sandra M. Taylor, for your beautiful cards. Thank you, Spirit, for reminding us so that we can take action purposefully, right?
Purposeful action. It's all about respecting yourself as much as spirit, as much as each other.
Right.
Anyway, thank you, Darcy. You're fantastic. Happy new moon in Virgo today. If you're not watching it today, then happy past new moon. And everyone have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and check out Theraexpressions Meditation. We love you. Peace out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Darcy. Take care.
Take care.